Good morning and welcome to Mom in the Morning Crew in the mornings. I'm not quite sure of the new name here, but we're working on something. Good morning, Chris. How are you doing today? Chris was showing off his sexy new ship yesterday. The amazing, legendary Avenger from the new bundle, which was announced on TFW last night, but has actually been out for 2 days now. It's gorgeous, gorgeous ship. Yeah, I'm going to get one. It's actually affordable. I wish they would do that more often rather than these ridiculously overpriced bundles, which may be nice. But honestly, I can't drop 300. But this one is 8,400 Zen right now on sale, marked down from 12,000. And that's affordable. You can actually put that together with a small run of dilithium. Except for some minor architectural issues there. Chris says, I'm kind of bothered with the step of the saucer hull, so I swapped the skin to the OG. Okay. Still a gorgeous ship. And I may get myself a gorgeous ship this weekend, since I have to work tomorrow and Sunday, but that'll more than pay for it. A couple hours of overtime and I'm covered. Or I could pay the rent. You get your choice. Ships or rent. Ships or rent. Oh, decisions. Well, I gotta do something about this cough. I refuse to accept the possibility that I might actually be sick. Hi there. Hello, little hole spawn. So today I've got destroy Terran ships. Oh no. Restore shields on ground. Pretty easy, and kinetic damage in space. Well, let's go do shields on ground while I'm waiting for people to wake up. We are live in Discord if anybody wants to jump in there. It looks like I've got an id in there. And if you're in Discord, we do have the 2 contests open to win a protostar. Yes, dear. Oh my god. What? But Mom, you don't have any short white dog hair on your pants yet today. We have to take care of this.
That's a crime, not having dog hair on you.
Yeah, shortly after I adopted Loki, my boss said, "Oh, you have the dogs now." I'm like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" And she goes, "Look at your pants." Me, being older and not having great vision, went, "Huh? What?" And she goes, "You're covered in white dog hair." Am I? Yes. Okay. Ooh. Chris has Terran ships too. Chris, we can go do Terran ships together. That would be fun. Do you have Terran ships in the battle zone, Chris? Anyway, so there's 2 contests up in Discord to win a protostar. One is to name a star for Ed, and one is to rename the fleet. And we're already getting some seriously good names in there. Yeah, I'm the arbitrary person who gets to decide, but I will put it up for a vote. But I'm still going to be the final person to decide, so there, yeah. Oh, in Battlezone, I suppose that limits it. I have Terran ships, period. Which would be... Actually, I just ran Jupiter Eratus this morning because I had to do Tetri damage. And I thought, well, what the heck? Start Jupiter Eratus, take out the first wave, go jump in the shower, come back, it'll be out. It'll be through everything, and just claim the prizes. So, yay, done. So, back to the contest. Yes, 2 contests. They're both posted under Club 47. Name a star, win a star, rename a fleet, win a protostar. All you need to do is put in your idea and your toon name, your account name, so that if you win, we can send it to you. And then you can go in there and go, ooh, there's my fleet name right there. Or point up into the stars at night and go, ooh, it's Ed. Ed watching down on us. Laughing, chortling merrily. Or rolling his eyes, as he probably did, going, Really? Zenkethi ships, though, if you were interested in doing a, whatever the heck that's called. What's the Zenkethi one called? Zenkethi Front? I could be talking into doing a little Zenkethi Front today. How are you doing this morning, Id?
I'm okay.
You sound tired. Did you get any sleep last night?
I'm still up.
Oh, you are tired. Can you get any rest today, or do you have stuff going on?
I don't know. I'll try to take a unisom here in a couple hours and lay down.
Okay. let me grab a tune who can actually do something decent. Are you up for some pew pew or just gonna sit there and chit chat and visit with us?
I'm going to sit and chit chat.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna grab Chris here and team up, see if anybody else is on. Otherwise, we're gonna run Zenkethy front this morning. I still haven't found my checkbook, so this is gonna be fun trying to pay my rent today. It's one of those things, who writes checks anymore, right?
Right?
So I put the checkbook someplace in one of these hundreds and hundreds of boxes of stuff. Because I haven't written a check since last month actually it's 2 months ago when I moved out of my old apartment. And this one I paid off at the same time. So there's someplace, so I'm going to stop at the bank. If I can't figure out how to do this online. They charge a fee, but then it occurred to me if I go to the bank and get a counter check, they'll charge a fee for that too. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Chris. The U.S. is huge. And not every bank is every place. So you write a check on your bank. Let's say your bank's in Chicago, but you're out in California. And the banks can communicate the information back and forth, and it's easier than carrying cash. But nobody really uses checks anymore because we can do everything electronically.
And carrying cash comes with the inevitable event of civil asset forfeiture.
Does it really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a pastor was going to, I think it was New York, to buy a vehicle for the church, and he brought somewhere around $19,000 in cash.
Yeah.
And the TSA flagged it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the FBI came in and confiscated it.
Yep.
It took him like 4 years to get it back.
Yeah, it is very hard when you carry in excess of $10,000 in cash with you without having proper documentation. It's also because it looks like trying to hide funds. So similarly, making a deposit in $10,000 or the withdrawal of $10,000 or more in cash must be accompanied by specific documentation. That's been in place for a long time, but now there are some federal issues tied to it with trying to hide your taxes. And actually, churches are notorious for doing this because they run under a slightly different system. Churches can't pay the taxes for a pastor, but they have to pay for all their other employees.
Yep. But they are doing this with as little as $500.
Really?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. They're basically robbing people blind.
Yeah. Technically, the law should limit it at 10,000 above. And they shouldn't be able to touch anything under that unless they have other suspicions. So, Chris, the U.S. does have ATMs, of course, to go get your cash. But if you want to pay bills these days, something called an ACH is the way most people are doing it, which is just getting in touch with your bank and doing an electronic transfer. ACH is automatic clearinghouse. And it's how banks transfer money back and forth. Think of it as kind of like Zelle, but slowed down to the 24-hour period. But it's great. It's the equivalent of electronic wiring without the huge time lag. And that's how I do 99% of my payments. I always carry about $100 in cash because of stupid. But the rest of it's nice to have everything. I can just put it on the card. It's automatically clearing it. I don't have to keep separate accounts for it. I don't have to keep a spreadsheet, but I do anyway. But that's a different story. Well, I guess it looks like it's just us. There we go. Zenkethy front, weeboo. Weeboo, Chris? Oh, very much we will. Okay. So I go to a street fair that's every Saturday, and of course I'm going to miss the next 2 Saturdays because, I'm working. And they will have, most vendors will take only cash because it's really hard at a street fair to have to record everything, and it's really easy to make a little extra profit by not reporting it to the feds. Versus a card where everything's documented and the credit card companies have to report it back to the IRS that this much money transacted. But it's so much easier on a card.
The time for battle is almost here. The Zinkethi are launching.
Oh, it's not that they don't have the terminals. They just prefer not to use them. Big difference there. So I'm thinking about getting my chip implanted in my hand, which makes it really fun to pay bills. Just wave your hand over the terminal and get the green light. Well, Chris, we won't go into the politics of the European equivalent of the IRS, but we do some business in Germany, and we have to report like the last 15 years of tax records to them to make sure we paid all our all our taxes. And it's not fun. Yeah, well, if you want to get really picky, the mark of the beast is 777, not 666. The joy of slight alliterations and translations. I shall go over here and drop off a bomb. Okay, apparently I'm going to go over here and drop off a bomb. Come on, little cruiser, go away.
Teammate has captured the bow. Protect them.
Oh, come on. Does not want to let me launch my bomb. Whatever happened to hull refracting emitters? Oh, they're gone. That's why. Oh, that's not good.
Well fought. Only 2 Zinkethi bases.
See if I can get this battleship so I can drop this bomb.
Teammate has captured the bow. Protect them.
Glad to hear that, Chris.
Only 1 Zinkethi base left. They're sending a dreadnought to stop us.
Oh, good. Now I've got a dreadnought while I'm trying to blow up this place. Come on. It's not fair.
All
There we go.
Destroyed. We have dreadnoughts of faith in us.
Oh, that's right. Yay, all done.
Heavy and defended the front with honor. The Adam.
Yay! So, Chris, I have a dear, dear friend who is a devout creationist. And I'm a heathen. And he's never trying to convince me that he's right because he's as respectful of me as I am of him. And I know enough about it that we can have good conversations, and I will never try and convince him otherwise, and he will never try to convince me otherwise. But I'm sure we both kind of roll our eyes when we're done with our meetings. Still love the man and his family dearly. Great people. Just slightly different beliefs. Well, that was fun. I got my kinetic damage done. Yay. Did we lose you, Ed?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Just hyper focused.
Nope, no worries. No worries.
I'll
I think I need to take this dog to the groomers. Let's see, 7 hours until event time. Oh, they have definitely changed my commercials. They're running one commercial every 15 minutes now.
I've been busy.
Let's see what you've been doing. So you have. So there's a r/Star Trek fanfic?
Yep.
Oh my. I definitely need to go on and visit. I've been writing 2 fanfics. One is a present time version of Star Trek, so in other words, cast and crew, but not necessarily starships. And the other one is an alternate universe one. So, Chris, here's my reason that I am a heathen. I grew up in a household that was not religious. My parents weren't religious at all. My mother's family is quite religious, with the exception of my mom. So when we would be in our hometown back in Michigan on the weekends, if we stayed with my dad's family, no problem. My aunt in particular was amazing. Loved to stay at her place. But if we stayed with my mom's parents, my grandmother, grandfather, you were going to go to church on Sunday morning. That wasn't an option. You had your choice. You could go with Pampa to the Catholic church, or you could go with Pampa to her church, which I think was either Presbyterian. I think it was Presbyterian. But you were going to one. And there's a good side. Catholic church was early in the morning. Smelled really nice. You got a great start on the day, and it was done. Presbyterian, a little bit different service, but better music, and you got to sing. And you got to serve breakfast. So always a good side to both of those. But you know, from the get-go, you realize that, hold on, they can't both be right. So the possibility exists that they could both be wrong. Ooh! Never made it after that. Anyone interested in buying off me the T6 ship gift coupon? I got it with the bundle, but I'm stocked up on Z Store ships. Actually, Chris, if you're not in the trading channel, join the trading channel, because you could definitely trade it in there. I don't know what they're going for. Let me see if I'm in that channel and can invite you. That's where people sell stuff. It's not going to let me invite you. But you might be able to go to forge/channel join the trading channel. Otherwise, put something out there in Discord and let people know you've got a coupon for sale? At that price, I'm sure somebody'd be willing to buy it. I don't have that kind of money at the moment, otherwise I did. I'm not currently in that channel. Let's see if anything's going on. Doesn't look like anybody's there at the moment. You might get that. I gave away all my T6X tokens for the Ed party and haven't picked up any since, except the bound ones. It doesn't look like it's going for about 400 million, so you're in the right ballpark there.
Let's see, I've got heal health on ground for 3,000.
Oh.
Plasma damage on ground for 10k. And restore shields on ground for 18k.
Well, my ground heals, I have my idiot way of doing them. They're very effective. Which is go to New Romulus, Vastum Peaks, put down your shield generator or your health generator, drop your shields for the health, otherwise leave them on, and go stand in a swarm of those Viranot little buggy things. Because they will continue to attack you consistently, and it's even faster than going to Nukara and sitting in the acid baths. At this moment, Chris, I have only 195 million credits, so I don't have... Maybe I do have my other one. But I've given away all my T6Xs. I'm so sorry. Otherwise, I'd be happy to buy them from you, because I'm happy to... Oh, I wonder if the fleet's got any money. That might be fun. Hold on a second here. Does the fleet have any money? I'm curious. I don't believe there's a universal for this weekend. It is, however, the lithium mining weekend. And, of course, I have to work the whole freaking weekend. Because we're not allowed to ever. See? Yeah, so according to Zelazny here, they're going for 375 to 400 million. And you should aim for the 400 million. Good morning, 47 Alpha Tango. How are you? I was just thinking about you today. I hadn't chatted with you for a while and was hoping all was good.
I'd have to talk to my fleets and see if we have the money.
Let's see, I have to always think about these zeros. I know we only have 110 million in the fleet bank. But that would be a really good reason to get a lot of money in the fleet bank so we could start buying them.
Like, if I include what I currently have right now, I think we just hit 400 million in the main fleet. But I'd have to run it by brass.
Always. It's always that way, isn't it? Yeah, I just realized that would be actually a great thing to do with our fleet money. Okay, Chris, put in in the Trading Channel chat somebody to see if they can send you an invitation to join that channel? Because I can't invite you to it. I don't have the clout. So Chris is trying to sell a T6 ship coupon so that he can upgrade his new Inquiry to a T6X2. Because he's got a smexy new one. And Zelazny is trying to find somebody who can do you an invite. That's interesting. Search. Okay. Yeah, yesterday was just a fourth day in a row of getting kicked in the butt at work. Walked in and somebody was playing 1950s madman level of misogyny. He's still alive, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I don't think you can put him on the exchange, but you can trade it directly. Go over here and see if I've got any money in the other account. I might. Oops. I used to have a lot. The new legendary ships are broken. Oh no. What this time? They seem to inherit your other ship's T6X2. Oh, how terrible. How terrible. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you doing, Wolfie?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Good afternoon, Wolfie. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
How is Mom doing?
It's it's Friday, so I guess I'm Friday, except I have to work this weekend, so not as Friday as I would like to be.
Aw, sorry to
Yeah.
hear that.
Well, it's overtime, so it'll definitely pay off.
Yay!
We have people coming in to clean the building, and because of security issues, they can't be in certain areas without one of us being there. And everybody else is salaried, so they don't get overtime. So I'm like, I'll do it.
Oh, so you volunteered?
Yes, I volunteered, but it's one of those things. I can work on a project that really needs to get finished.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice and I can get the project out of the way, but that means I can't be playing Dilithium Weekend.
Aw.
Yeah, it's the past 3 Dilithiums have been, or Dilithium Weeks, Dilithium Weekends have been when Ed passed away, when my husband passed away, and right after I think during one of my moves.
Yeah. You were busy moving on the last one.
Yeah.
And now you're going back to work on this one.
Yep. Yeah, and I can play from my desk at work, but it's not great connectivity. So
Yeah, then it's not fun.
No, it definitely is not fun. But, with any luck, they'll be done by early afternoon, and it's the same thing next weekend. And once they're through the security areas, I can leave them alone there. But what's more important, a paycheck or dilithium? And I have to think about that sometimes. Which is more important, paycheck or dilithium?
Decisions. So many decisions in so little time.
Yeah, Chris, even on this account, I've only got 300 million, so I don't have enough to buy that from you. 47 Alpha, the same thing at the same time. Decisions.
Great minds think alike. Let's just
Went ahead
say
and Yeah, went ahead and just put a feeler in my brass board.
Okay.
Brass board? What's that?
Oh,
The Council of...
yeah.
Go ahead.
Chris wants to sell a T6 coupon going prices between 375 and 400 million. We don't have it in the fleet, but Id was thinking maybe his fleet might have that available to buy that. And it occurred to me, you know what, we really ought to run up the amount of money sitting in the fleet bank, because we don't use that money for anything. I should constantly be selling off the junk, putting the money in there, and when we get stuff, then we can start doing things like buying the coupons and having better prizes, rather than just sitting on the money. Because nobody is using.
I have no idea how any of that stuff works.
Well, that gets into the really fun part of doing the fleet stuff, is the behind-the-scenes stuff of just making sure everything's benefiting the fleet. And if it's not, I mean, I'm looking at all these kits and mods sitting here that are just sitting here and nobody's using them. This stuff has been here for a while. So maybe I should put it on the exchange, get the money for it, put the money into the bank, and see if we can't drive up the amount of money in the bank so we can start buying more prizes and stuff. Because we are sitting on a ton of prizes.
That's what I was doing for the fleet to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Well, that used to be what Pi and I would do on like one Sunday morning a month, is we would go through, clean out the fleet banks to make sure everything in the fleet prizes is worth at least 500,000, if not more. But then we very rarely have parties. So I guess thing number one is have party. And get rid of everything in the bank. Completely clean it out, and then everything that's regular equipment, just dump stuff in there, we'll sell it, and use that to buy lots of prizes.
Maybe I should do that on my fleet.
Mm-hmm. Slightly different approach to life, but hey. Oh, I didn't even look at my other account to see what's on there. Let's see, this account we have more zinc. Oh, those are on the ground. Zinkethi on the ground, how exciting. Plasma damage on the ground, well, it works together. And repair shields in space, woohoo! Maybe I can do that when I run the event today.
Shield healing in space.
Oh, 47. I never have extra stuff that has to be sold. Grumble, grumble. If I ever sold all the stuff I have, I would be so wealthy. Ooh, I have a ton of ultimate upgrades. I wonder how that is. Got there. That's bound to account.
If I was a rich man.
Purple Endeavor for hull heal in space. If I said that right. I have repair shields in space for purple. Let's see, can this tune even repair shields would probably be the bigger question. A little bit. Not much. I might switch that one out for something, though I'll probably wind up going off and doing something in space and magically they got repaired. Woo! Frequently happens. Well, definitely something to think about, because, having all this stuff sitting here in the fleet bank and nobody using it is just absolutely ridiculous. So we should start selling it, get rid of all of it since nobody's using it, and start sending out the prizes. I guess that means we should have a party.
A party?
A party, yeah. Well, the next 2 weekends I'll be working, so it won't be that. Maybe. Let's look at the calendar here. We could have a Halloween party on the weekend of the 28th and the 29th. Early Halloween. Maybe they'll be doing Hearts and Minds or the Cat's Paw thing. I hope they do the Cat's Paw thing. And we could have some fun, do fleet party, give away all the prizes and stuff. Hey, Chris, 47 put out a message to you there. Let's see if anybody's selling T6X coupons. Nope, doesn't look like anybody is.
Have you done the event daily?
I
today,
have
Mom?
not today because I don't need to for 7 hours, but I'm more than happy to run it with somebody.
Yay!
Yay!
Because I need it.
Okay, fine. Federation or KDF?
Fed.
Fed. Let me grab a tune that can actually have some effectiveness in a battle. It's not this tune. Of course they have, Chris, because it's the end of the day on a Friday. Of course they assign you a case. It's like Wednesday. I needed to be out of the office no later than 12:30 to get home and take care of the dogs before I went to class. So 12:30, I'm wrapping up the last of it, putting everything in my bag, and everybody gets into the office conference room next to mine to have a discussion about stuff for an upcoming trade show. Can you order this? I can't tomorrow. We really need you to order it today. Okay. Oh, and can you do this? And can you do that? And I need you to... And I'm like, you guys promised I could be out of here by 12:30. It's now 1:30. You know? Okay, so this is wrong. They are running a commercial every 15 minutes now. I have to go back and reset that. That is wrong. It's supposed to be one commercial per hour for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I had some issues with my my setup also with the adverts.
Yeah, we had it set up, and I'm supposed to get a visual 3 minutes in advance so I can stall it or not. I will have to go talk to Pi because he walked me through it. Because he's smarter than I am. But we'll wait the 27 seconds, and then we will go off and beat up things. Let me send you an invitation, though. Where are you, Wolfie? Are you still... There you are.
Yeah, I'm on Torcani.
Invitation has been sent.
Thank you. It's been received.
I love the ads I get when I'm watching Twitch, because obviously they do have some form of a logarithm or an algorithm to try and equate your numbers with what they think is going to go. So I'm always getting stuff for senior citizens. Like, really? Really? I mean, okay, I hit the age bracket, but what do I do for fun? What do I do socially? All the other things that I think would be a much more fitting ad. No. I get drugs and Medicare and retirement information. Okay, Satalia's got a pun that I'm not understanding. There needs to be a singer named E.R.T. Then whenever they do a concert and there's an encore, you'd get more E.R.T. Oh, more E.R.T. There we go. Took me a minute. Saying it out loud worked.
Yeah, sometimes I need to read stuff out loud as well, but that is a good one.
Yes, and I will retell my dad joke from the other day that I have been telling over the last 24 hours, and then I won't do it again, which is, man turns to his wife and says, "What? Starts with F and ends with K." And she looks at him and goes, "No, it doesn't." And that's the reaction I got from a classmate for about 30 seconds. And he's like, "Oh!" And the other classmate went, "Huh?" And we're like, "No, what? Starts with F and ends with K." And he's like, "Yeah." And the wife says, "No, it doesn't." And he's like, "Yeah, and?" Crickets. It took me a minute. Okay, so I'll stop telling that joke. Thank you. 47 gave me a facepalm. Thank you, thank you. So 47, do you remember the taco and beer place we went to in Vegas? It's cleverly named Tacos and Beer, I think, or Beers and Tacos. So there's one out here now that's the other one. So let's say it was Taco and Beer in Vegas. It's Beer and Tacos out here. And I'm thinking, yeah, short, sweet, to the point. Tacos and beer, yeah. Good tacos and good beer. And out here, it's good beer and good tacos. Indiana has fantastic beer because everybody has a brewery at every freaking restaurant. They have their own beer. And now the local movie theater also brews its own beer on site.
Nice.
Yes, it is nice. So as you walk in, they've got the sign at the entryway to the brewery to tell you what's on tap, what's still being brewed, what's getting decanted or kegged or whatever they call it, and why things are not done yet. Like, yeah, too many of you bought the Barbie stuff for the Barbie party, so we're out of Barbie. Oh, thank you, Satalia. That's what I had written down. It's supposed to be Moopsy in the morning, moving forward here for the morning streams. Thank you, Satalia. Yes. No, I still haven't watched Lower Decks for this week. But I did watch Moopsy.
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 What is that?
Well, I can't tell you.
Watch the wheel.
I can't tell you till you watch Lower Decks. Then you'll know what Moopsy is.
Oh, okay.
It's Lower Decks from 3 weeks ago. It's the second episode, I believe, for this season.
Okay, I'm not anywhere near that yet. I'm still catching up.
It's a cute episode. Whoopsie. And I have to catch...
Here I thought Moopsy was only what my husband calls me, but apparently
Oh no.
It's a thing now as well.
He calls you Moopsy?
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, really. Yep. We can't talk to you about that.
Okay. I don't know what I missed, but okay.
Okay, I will have to get a Moopsy sound effect. Hang on. Let's do this. We can do this the easy way. Moopsy sound effect. So we Google Discord. We find Darkthorn. In all caps, need a Moopsy sound effect. So that's the first thing he'll see when he wakes up in a few hours. And I'm sure I'll have a little sound effect sitting there shortly. Well, if you are ready, would anyone else like to join us for, what are we doing?
The event.
We're doing the event today. Which part of the event are we doing today?
Well, we can do the. We can. I don't know. We can.
Well, it's your choice.
I haven't done the guillotine in a
Okay,
while.
we need to do guillotine. If anybody would like to join us for a little guillotine. Chris says, by the way, anyone looking to get Strange New World's armor costume, I can't seem to sell it on the exchange. 40 million. Okay.
Yeah, I can't understand why it doesn't want to sell for 40 million either.
Oh, costumes? No, costumes will sell for crazy amounts of money.
Yay, we've got a Chris that'll join. Yay!
Yeah, and 47's going to join too. We're just waiting for him to log in. They're saving all their money to buy your T6 coupons.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Chris says,
40k for an outfit? Or 50 or 60? That's just ridiculous.
yeah,
I'll
normally...
be right back.
Okay, we'll be right here. Yeah, I was just going to say, what's it called on the exchange? It's hard to search it without knowing the name of it. Type 2259. Let's see. There's not a lot of stuff sitting up here. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing any costumes on here. Maybe just put back up? No, Mom doesn't buy costumes very often, don't worry. I'm not a space Barbie. This outfit that this tune's got wearing, I think she's had it on for 4 years now. I just don't do that.
Yeah, I know that costume since I started playing, which is about 3 or 4 years
so I'm
ago.
getting kit frames, phaser pistols. Is it special equipment pack? No, that's a weapon. These are... Oh, there it is. No, hold it. That's a kit frame. I'm not seeing the costumes in here for $22.59. There's only 41 items. Let's see. Weapons, weapons, weapons. Starfleet armor. 55 million. Yeah, I don't know, because there's only one here. That's usually a good sign that you're in the right ballpark. But it's just the one.
Watch the wheel, not the girl.
I am indeed the speed demon, Romulan Republican.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, so we're going to do a little guillotine here. If everybody's ready.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hello,
How are
Alpha.
you doing? The dulcet tones of the 47 Alpha Tango. Oh, Chris needs a sec. Yes, but Romulan Republican Force, I'm studying Danish, not German. Let me know when you're ready, Chris. And I've been very bad. I have not studied my Danish for the last 2 weeks. I was getting back into it, reset everything, started back from scratch, and life. I swear to goodness, every time I start something up, life.
Yeah, life has a tendency to happen.
It's absolutely Danish, and yes, I do like smarter brot. I love me my good open face sandwiches. You ready, Chris? I told Pi I'll be able to order dinner if nothing else. It'll be a limited dinner. It'll be cheese, ice cream, water, wine, open face sandwiches. I think that's it. Here we go. Wee woo.
We will.
Wee woo. Yes, the Viking language. Even my cousins in Sweden are like, why are you studying Danish? It's hard.
Wee-woo.
Yay, wee woos. Oh, there's an Alyssa here. Hi, Alyssa.
I thought Norwegian was the Viking language.
It's all
Sorry,
of them. I mean, they all actually come from a Danish root language, and that's why it's considered the harder one to learn. Everything else is much more anglicized because it's more recent. Though, I mean, 1,500 years being recent, but Danish dates back a couple thousand.
Oh, sorry to the person I spoke over. Hello.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Alyssa. Satalia says a friend of mine keeps trying to convince me that a pizza is an open-faced sandwich, which is kind of a deep statement, but I don't know that it's wrong.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, I could actually go with that, especially... Yeah, I'm thinking back to Detroit-style pizza, which could
And
easily
a
be...
chili dog is a sloppy Joe.
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry, the table isn't rigged anymore.
That's just something, Mom.
Yes, you did. Yeah, do I have time to go look? I have 56 seconds before this starts. Let's see if I can get my butt over there.
Looks like I nailed the weekend.
I will save that. I don't want to have that. And I can, once I find my stream deck, I will put that on there. I'm still looking for the stream deck. It's someplace. Chris says almost 6k phaser damage on dual beam bank on this baby after T6X2 editing. Nice. I'm waiting to see you just camp out and kill everything. And somebody brought the jellyfish. That is the right ship for this.
Yeah. That is probably a random player.
Yep, that's the poor fool who got sucked into doing this with us.
Poor guy. I hope his ship is strong.
I don't know if you were with us, Wolfie, the day that we did Operation Wolf, but we were still transformed from Q in the Winter Wonderland, so there 4 of us as little teeny tiny animals running around with our weapons, shooting everything. And some poor soul must have been going, oh, what the
I
heck?
remember that.
That was so much fun. I'd
That
make
was.
my little tiny Celat with a Tommy gun. Pew, 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 pew.
Looks like I nailed the
Thank you,
lithium weekend.
Ed. I'm going to be happy.
Looks like I nailed the lithium weekend.
You did. It is the lithium weekend, and I have to work. Because that's the way it goes. But I will convince my doggos on Sunday when I get home that we will take a quick trip to the woods, get super tired, and then Mom can have the whole... Maybe I'll call in sick Monday morning.
I'll vouch for you.
So Romulan Republican Force here says, I have 285 souls on board. So for those of you who aren't familiar with airplanes, when an airplane is in trouble and they have to report an emergency, they don't say how many people are on board. They always say I have X number of souls on board. I don't know why, but that is the lingo for it. It always strikes me as being so poignant in that moment.
Maybe they regard it as poignant?
Well, I'm sure they do.
It's not the spiritual soul, it's the soul of the beat.
It's the soul of... No, it's not. That'd be twice as many, one would hope. 285 souls on board would be, what, 142 and a half people?
Well, no, it's like taking an enemy's hand in
Ouch.
battle,
Ah,
so you only count 1 foot.
yes, I see. So
There's
Satali
an
says, how do you know
estimated
none of them
reason.
sold their soul to the devil? It's still a soul. It doesn't count less. And has anybody been watching Demon Nanny? It's a YouTube short show. Okay,
Can't say that I have.
It's a woman who sells her soul to the devil because she's too exhausted caring for her kids to get to the grocery store and buy a dozen eggs. So she sells her soul for a dozen eggs. And the devil says, no, we don't do that way. Here, we'll make it worth your while. We will help you out. In exchange for your soul, we're going to send you a nanny here, a demon nanny, to help take care of your kids. And it's amazing. Yes, thank you, Chris. Chris knows it. I love that. I don't know if that's her partner that she's doing it with, or if it's just a guy who also has a brilliant sense of humor. Oops, 5 is done. Boy, we're efficient on this one today.
I already died like several times.
You're not doing it right if
Very
you're
well
dying.
done.
Good morning.
Good
Feels
morning,
like
Joshua.
I had a major issue with Disco this morning.
You and me both, brother.
I was going to say,
you-
let me write that down.
Were you blocked from accessing the Discord app this morning?
No.
Yes.
I did.
That's
Okay.
why I just left it a little bit ago. Was I had to actually close everything down, reboot, and turn my VPN on.
Wow.
I did fix it quicker. Just fully clean install.
I was going to say hammer.
I just had to wait 5 minutes.
I had
I
to
haven't
go
had too
into
many.
both my browsers that I use for Googling and stuff and restart all my extensions. And that fixed
Wow.
it for me.
I'm also
Honestly,
having
I've had-
issues with Twitch.
Well, I'm having
When is Twitch never been twitching?
Right.
Twitch is
but
always twitchy.
I can't use any channel points,
Interesting.
and the top row, the notifications, the prime loot, all of that, I have no access to. It just sits there.
Oh, you're right. I can see that.
Let me have a look on my side.
Well, Chris, I'm glad somebody else here loves Demon Nanny. Man, that would be such a good show. These days they have such garbage on, and here we get this brilliant stuff coming out of nowhere.
Right, now I'm able to do my daily. I'm going to do my daily.
Well, we're running a very good, clean guillotine here.
Good. I'm going to run Resistance to Starbase 1 on my Enduring Captain.
We're
I'm
just
still
waiting.
an hour and 8 minutes before my next progression.
I got 6 hours before mine because I was busy at work yesterday, and even though I had everything queued up to just turn in, no. I didn't have enough time to turn on my computer to just turn it in. That was yesterday. That was this week.
Okay. I've just seen a Universal class in Resistance to Starbase 1. NCC 1700, the USS Explorer.
1700?
Yep.
Nope, that would be the USS Universe.
Would it?
Yes. First ship of the line is named after
The class?
the class.
But 1700. Isn't that a Constitution class?
The USS Constitution, yes.
Yeah.
So that NCC registration is wrong
Yes.
for the Universal class.
From a canonical standpoint, but
Yes. But they could easily have decommissioned and stricken.
a deal with Starfleet.
Yeah.
How are you, Alpha?
oh, I'm alive, Josh.
What do you think of the new Legendary bundle?
Looks really interesting.
Next year, that perhaps will be one of the first packs I pick up. Maybe.
Well, Chris has picked it up and is flying the Avenger right now. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
This
when
one's
it came
so
to
gorgeous.
the Galaxy class,
The enemy incursion has been thwarted. Your
the
contribution
1700 Galaxy class was the ship of, the first ship off the line. If I'm not mistaken, I could be.
You could be 100% wrong about that.
Yes.
Well, I know what I'm 100% right about, which is it is time to put on my shoes and go walk the hellspawn and go off to work. So I'm going to get the heck out of here, everybody. But since everyone's here for starting off the Dilithium weekend, if you haven't already, enjoy your Dilithium weekend. I might or might not be on tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. It depends on how work goes. Don't forget the legendary Bortas is having enhanced battle cloak, so you can pew them torps whilst cloak, says Chris. So everybody, on the count of 3, would you like to say stay awesome? 1,
No.
2, 3.
Three.
Stay awesome.
Awesome.
Oh god, that was a... Thank you,
We'll get it right one day.
One day
work
we're
on
going to have that in synchronization, and that's going to be awesome.
it. That'll be awesome too, yes.